Minutes of Fame Radio.
Finnesse Mondays, yes. We're back. Shout out to those 6 people who were tuned in before we got here and that was waiting for us. We appreciate that.
So excited.
We appreciate everybody who stays tuned in with 15 Minutes of Fame, who's been rocking with Finnesse and Chill for a long time. It's Finnesse Mondays and we had a hell of a weekend.
It's been a long week. So I'm actually really excited for this. We have a lot to talk about.
I feel like this is like we're unwinding a little bit.
Without the wine. You know I'm sad because I'm always drinking.
I can't even drink right now. I'll be on 100.
So, I have been dying to get into this because I feel like we're living in a new world, like in a new age, kind of like where everything, there's like no rules, there's no, there's no rules on anything. There's no boundaries. Anyone could do what they want to do.
There's no structure.
It's 2018. It's a whole new world. So, with that being said, let's talk about age and dating.
Yes. What is the right... There is no right way to go. We'll just say that. But in the world right now, in general, we have a fluctuation of underage male dating. Like there's girls that like these younger guys, and then there's some girls that like older guys,
and it's just like so I mean, like I said, there's no rules, so you can do whatever you want, but it's so weird to see sometimes like how big of a difference certain people go together.
Right. But at the same, like we're gonna focus on the younger crowd, like people dating people younger. But I do have a story, because I always got a story. So now, there was a time where I liked someone extremely younger than me, and then I went on a date with someone extremely older than me. The guy was 51. I'm going to say it because he wasn't like this old 51-year-old man. No, I'm talking about this was a cocky, cut up, beautiful chocolate man. Like he was beautiful, and he was 51.
No shade.
And he was more childish than the younger person that I liked at that time.
Really?
Like I never gave him my number. That was one thing that I noticed. Like we went on a date, I never gave him my number. It was strictly like through Messenger or through DMs like that. That frustrated the hell out of him. That's one. 2, if I didn't respond fast enough, he would block me. And I noticed because every other day he would follow me. How are you 51 years old and every time I don't answer you fast enough, you block me?
How are you 51 years old and still playing these games?
Shout out to Do in the comments. Yes, Hurricane.
Tell us about it.
I was really like, what? Like, he was the most childish person I have ever went on a date with, spoke to. I feel so bad for even saying this in case he listens. But no, it's true. Like, you literally blocked me every time you didn't get an answer, or I didn't respond the way you wanted me to respond. It's like, what?
Like, why? Why even stoop to that level?
Right.
If you're this old, I mean, I'm guessing that you have experience. Like, you should know how to treat a lady. You should know how to court a lady. So, how was your experience, like, with the actual young kid? Like, how was the date compared to the date that you had?
Oh, see, the problem is me and the young one ain't never been on a date because young guys don't take you on dates, and that's the problem. We just chilled a couple of times. That's the problem. Is with young dudes, I feel like they're
so young.
They don't do the whole let's go to dinner and a movie and that. Like, there's a way to finesse the drawers. Okay, let me just keep it 100.
Well, how
you take them out, you do things, you
make
act
them laugh,
interested, like
you spend time with them.
These kids are like, what's up, let's chill.
Yeah.
Let's watch a movie. Like, what?
Like you want to go.
I got Fire Stick. I got Netflix. I don't need none of that.
Pay you for the pussy instead.
No, that is a
Nobody's not paying
prostitute.
you for the pussy.
They don't gotta.
You gotta show effort. You have to show effort. You can't just show up and be like, "Hey, what's up? You want to come over?" No.
Yeah.
No, the fuck, I don't want to come over. Do you want to go to a museum?
And please don't say, "Do you want to smoke?" Because I have a plethora of my
friends.
own that I can smoke if I want to. Like that is the biggest difference with older guys and younger guys. Like, what do they even know about dates? But you know what? You know what? It's that I feel like girls don't express that. Girls don't say like, well, why aren't we doing this? They're comfortable with the yo, let's chill. Yo, let's go.
I mean, I don't know about these new girls, because these new girls, not to throw shade, but a lot of these new girls are crazy. They're so crazy. Like they're down for whatever, with whoever, with wherever. Like I've seen the craziest Snapchat stories of girls that are a lot younger than me, and I'm pretty young.
You just said this. You just said the key word.
What?
Younger.
That are younger than you, because it's a matter of girls, young ladies, ladies.
Right.
There's levels to.
Well, you
But
know,
guys, they're just all on the same level right now.
like
51,
these girls
21.
got premium Snapchat so that you could pay them to see them sucking dick
Oh, I have a
Sorry.
question about this.
or doing other things.
I didn't know what that was. What is premium Snapchat? That's
Okay,
like,
so I was
is this like
stalking.
Pornhub? Because we don't even pay for Pornhub.
I was not stalking, but I was reading some things on my timeline on Facebook where this girl was just going out and saying a whole bunch of like crazy shit on her Snapchat. So she decided to make an account. I guess you
Is
link
that like
some kind of
Backpage?
account. I think it's something like that, like in that kind of a setting. But like you have
Who
to pay.
okayed this?
You gotta pay to see it though. Like I think you have to either pay to follow or to look at a story. Like I don't know what the exact rules are, but either way you have to pay to be able to see what they do.
This is what goes on Snap page. That is funny.
See? There you go. Snap
What?
page.
Yeah, I didn't even know. First of all, I delete Snapchat all the time. Snapchat all the time because it takes up too much room. You mother effers are paying for it?
That's crazy.
You know what they don't know about Snapchat?
What?
It disappears, right?
Right.
That's not a fact.
It disappears
It's
for
on their
us.
server.
Right.
Right.
They could get everything.
They have everything.
Yeah, just not us.
Just like Facebook. If you remember before when you used to only be able to deactivate Facebook. You couldn't delete it. You deactivate it and your stuff is always there.
They have it. Be careful about what you post on Snapchat.
That's true. Ladies, have a
and-
little more class. Sorry. It's like that emoji that's like, because it's like, come the fuck
Well, no
on.
wonder everybody's dating the little guys. The old men ain't about that Snapchat premium shit.
Or maybe they are. Those are the creeps that actually have their credit cards linked to these pages.
Oh my god.
Let's not
It's
forget.
too much. Now I got another thing I have to worry about when I get a boyfriend. All of them? I don't
They're
know.
not creeps.
I don't
I'm
know.
not a creep.
I don't know. You know, in order to see how a guy really is, you have to check their Google history, what they search, their inbox.
Look up their Facebooks, their Instagrams, their Twitter. Because you never know what shit they post on Twitter, because not everyone has it. So, you know,
Right, 'cause
sometimes they feel free.
I'm big on if you're single, you could do whatever you want. But if I got to see, like, just imagine if you like someone and you got to see their DMs. If you saw them writing "Good morning, beautiful" to like 10 different people, or like thirsty emojis to mad people, that's a turn off, because whoever bites the bait is getting them. It's not like he genuinely wants to talk to you. It's whoever answers.
Yeah.
And that is my biggest problem.
Yeah. Because it's not genuine.
Right. It's like, I don't feel like you like me. I feel like I was the dumbass that answered this morning out of the whole fishing line.
You're the one that got hooked.
Right.
Nick Cannon was supposed to be working on an app it's called Consent.
Huh.
And you're supposed to, both of you guys, like, if you and a guy is getting ready to do something, you have each other's history in your consent thing. So he can show you his consent.
Oh, that's
Whatever
cool.
tests he had, how many chicks he smashed and shit like that in that consent. But
I like
he has
that.
to be willing to show it to you.
Right.
And
See,
vice versa.
in a
That's
way,
it.
I like that, and then in a way, I know myself.
I feel like that's
I kind of don't want to
private,
know.
but it's good.
But that's something you need to know before you get ready.
Yeah, I mean, test
Yeah.
score wise, definitely. Like I
But then
tagged
it's
you,
like, look at how many people could just easily.
finesse that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why it's not out yet. I think they're working all those kinks out to make sure it's, you know.
Right.
You never. There's creepy, crazy people out here. I mean, you never know.
Chris from Brooklyn, we from Jersey. Good try. But the other thing I was gonna say was, now when you see these people talking to younger men, we'll use 2 examples of how it can go.
2 famous examples, which is why we're
2
using it.
totally different ways. You got Kourtney Kardashian, who's dating a younger guy, and every picture she looks like she is having the time of her life. She is living her best life. This is a mother of 3 who is like overly responsible with everything when it comes to her kids. So that's why I don't mind Kourtney dating, because I know Kourtney is the most strict in the family.
Yes, Kourtney, I'm here for her.
So I am all for her being like, she's with this younger dude, and like you said, she looks like she's glowing. I think when you date someone, when you hang out with someone, when you deal with someone, they're supposed to distract you from all the bullshit you got going on in your life. When you hang out with them, you should be lighting up like a Christmas tree.
Right.
Whereas, tell them about the other one.
Well, we all know, because we've all seen Black China. You know, we don't really like to talk about her so often, but she just keeps doing crazy shit, so it's hard not to. But, I mean, I don't know how you could be with someone that much younger than you, and how you could possibly see yourself taking someone serious like that and being seen in public. Because it's one thing, you know, celebrities is different. Like, when regular people date, everyone knows, because you have pictures, you have Snapchat, you have stories, you have all types of things that people are just putting everywhere. But celebrities want to be more quiet about what they're doing, because once it's out there, it's out there. They can't go back. So for you to actually be seen with this guy countless times, make videos, put this out there in the public, you really like him, and you really don't care what people are going to say.
Right.
So I just don't know how you could take someone that young
I'll tell you how.
serious.
Because older women, when they wind up with younger dudes, let's keep it 100. They ain't trying to see them when they 50 or 100. They with the younger dude for right now. They not, I mean, let's keep it 100.
Of course.
If you older woman, you got a younger man, it's strictly, the fucking is the most important part of the relationship.
But Black
That's
China's
why
not
they
that old to be acting like she's like her
Maybe
mother.
she's
I
going
feel
through
like her
something.
mother is liable to do something like this. But
She just had a twerking ass video on Instagram. the other day.
crazy. Somebody get Tokyo. But whereas I think China's man is doing to her what she tried to do to Rob. Because she was real like,
Good.
oh, yeah,
It's
that's
called
karma. It's karma. He's pulling a China on China. That's a fact. And her stock literally went down. Like, literally, it literally went down. I always say, be careful who you talk to, because it could bring your stock down. And I say that as somebody who's not even
Okay, but
getting checks.
explain what you're trying to say by bringing your stock down, because not everyone understands like, what that means.
So in real terms, with Black China, her stock really went down. Like, whereas when she was with Rob Kardashian, to her to host a party, she was getting $25,000 and better. Now they barely want to get. You said she was reaching out to do her birthday party. She's with an 18, 19-year-old.
Jay Almighty, I think his name
He's
is.
barely famous.
He's famous
Yep.
because she's making him famous. But he does have like a following. There's girls that, you know, there's fangirls.
It's a script flip. She was fucking with Rob Kardashian. Was
Tyga.
These are guys that actually got money and they got.
And that's all
star
she's
status.
doing. But for that,
I mean, Tyga's car keeps getting repoed, so I don't know about.
She couldn't get with the game or something. The game, I'm sure the game would have got with Black China. Like, if you're going to keep it in that, like, somebody take her to a basketball game. Like, why is she talking to this child? But then again, I can't say that because I'm all for Kourtney and her younger dude.
Okay, but hold on.
I think it's how they act.
All right. I don't really know how to say it, but it's like, maybe you're right. Maybe it is the way that they act.
It's the way they carry themselves.
But even Courtney, when Courtney first got seen with this kid, I was like, come on, stop implying that. My girl's not. He's hanging out with her sisters. Like, this is one of their friends. I was still in denial that this was happening. Because I don't see the I don't see how people could do that. I really don't.
What, talk to people younger?
Yes. Could you?
I did.
But like a serious.
Oh,
you
no,
guys
no,
didn't
no.
even go on a date, so
No,
that
no.
doesn't count.
We
I'm
didn't
talking
go on a
about like
date.
serious day life. Would you really date someone younger than you? Like,
It's always short term though.
Yeah, it'll never last. It never lasts.
That's
One
fine.
couple that's still together after all of X amount of years. And it's a
Gabrielle
good thing.
Union is older than Dwayne Wade by a few years.
What's a few years?
We'll talk about that after the break. I'm gonna get that information.
That matters.
Yeah.
4 years is not a big deal.
I'm gonna look
10
up.
years is a big
I'm gonna
deal.
look up
No,
famous
it's not.
couples.
10 years. 10 years is a lot.
It's a lot now, but when you're 40 and 50, it don't seem like nothing.
That's a fact. But when you're younger, it's a difference. A 30-year-old and a 20-year-old different. The 30-year-old is mature.
Right.
The 30-year-old got different type of future plans. 20-year-old.
But then I told you I went on a date with the craziest 50. Oh, you walked out. I went on a date with a 51-year-old, and he was more immature than anybody I've ever dated in my life. It was it's crazy.
It's crazy though, because you have an expectation.
Yeah, he was like.
No, wait. But this was like. No.
He was like cocky.
I was
He
just
like,
gonna say, this is like a Christian Grey 51-year-old man.
He was
Actually, well, I can't even say what I was gonna say, but we'll talk during the break.
I'm 30.
Come on now, you don't ask a lady that.
I just turned 30.
Too much.
All right, well,
50 too much.
30, 50, 30, 50.
listen.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm saying, but I
go ahead.
feel like I could possibly date someone older than me. Not 51, however. But I feel like I don't take anyone serious that's my age or younger. I just don't. Like, I don't know I think that the young mindset, even if you're my age, yes, I feel like we're the same age. We could be the same age, but you're 5 years behind. I'm still all the way over here. You're still talking about like, you know, other things, or your mindset is totally different than mine. And I'm a mom. So I'm already, not only am I there, but because I'm a mom and because I have to grow up when I had her, there's no way. It just doesn't even, I don't even have interest because I know that it's just not going to be, I don't know.
On your level. And see, when I liked someone younger, I was like, you know what? Let me see. And there were times that I was like, this kid is more mature than a lot of people I know. But then there would be certain things, not even, you know what it was?
Certain moments.
There would be certain moments, or me knowing how I was at that age, I'd be like, I already know this kid has a lot to go through before we could even have this. Like, it wouldn't be fair for me to try to push the issue of getting serious when I know how much more living he has to do.
Right, because that's all it's about. When you're young, you
right.
have to
He
go
is
through
living
shit.
his best life right now, and I would be an old corny ass cougar to be like, no, we need to take things seriously.
First of all.
Jealous because he's young.
Right.
He going to a club. If you want to go to the club with him, you fill out a place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
it'll be totally different.
That's a fuck situation.
It's a fuck situation. And what happens is, what we were saying, the difference like with Courtney's boyfriend and Black China's boyfriend is they can be young, but it's how they make you look. A lot of dudes are petty and they're ignorant. Like Black China's dude went and commented under India Love's picture and put heart eyes.
Heart eyes.
After the whole world is already coming at China
for being with you in the
for
first
being
place.
with him. And then
he's still trying to fuck.
And then he's like, you know what, let me go under here. And although it's light to everyone as a female,
Kaza said Duchess was fucking with Morgan Freeman and shit.
I love men, yo. Let me tell you. Even if they're younger, they look like a grown man. I love men. I don't like little boys. I'm a big girl.
That was so funny. He said Morgan Freeman, girl. You could have said Denzel. That man. I'd make an exception for Denzel.
Oh man, we're not even gonna talk
not
about
go
which
there.
soprano I would marry.
Oh my god.
So like we're saying, it depends on how they would embarrass you or not embarrass you. Like Jay-Z said the line, I say be mine instead of, or I say don't embarrass me instead of be mine. Black China is under all this heat for dating this little boy.
But she doesn't care.
And after she just went on and was crying. Remember that day she was like crying where her eyelashes hanging off? And then Dream Doll just did that. Like, what's in the tea, sis? What is everybody crying about on live?
Good dick.
It's so weird. Maybe
It's
that's
gotta
what it
be.
is. It's the little young.
It's getting hot out, and these little teens are starting to act up, and these girls are just crying. Their eyelashes
Ladies,
are coming off.
I'm gonna need y'all to get it all the way together.
All
and
my friends
remember
are dead.
All my friends are dead. Fight the power, man. Don't
Oh my
be
god,
crying.
wait. The latest one that I saw today was Amber Rose. She started playing that old school, the classic song.
She said too.
Wherever it takes. Or
Whatever you do. Oh god.
That song. And I was like,
nah, the little young.
and she's just
Things
like looking
that
into
gotta-
the Snapchat, and she's like,
Let me tell you something. I done been through plethoras of sad breakups, and you will never see me crying on social media.
and like recording yourself, like,
Yeah, if I even put
With
a
a
post
tear.
that seems sad, I delete it 2 seconds later. Like, I'm one of those.
yeah,
like,
I always go back and delete some crazy shit.
Delete.
Like, I know I went off.
Ever.
I hate it.
I
Like,
always say they should have never gave people social media
Mm-hmm.
too much.
Too much. Too many opinions.
but see, that's why people think that I'm like invincible. They think they could do whatever they want because she could take it.
People
She ain't
look
gonna
for
cry.
attention, too. Like, why
Yeah.
would you get beat up and then I don't know who the girl was. She had a yellow hoodie on and
Okay,
she posted
so
a picture of her with a black eye.
that was some, I can't remember his name. I have to look it up on a break. But that was one of Chief Keef's friends' girlfriend.
Oh,
She's like kind of popular, like on Instagram and stuff. She's
her name is China some shit too, right?
Trying to love.
no, China something. They're young. They're young. These are kids, you know. But I did see about that. I did see that the whole thing was that she got close to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and apparently there was like a couple videos of them like taking pictures. So it's almost like a fan picture. But then he kind of was like fixing her arm and like doing this.
So I looked extra.
He was pissed, and he called Tekashi's phone, and he was going off like, you know, I shoot people, right? Like, come on. First of all, why would you put that out there? You don't want to put that out there. You don't want them to come back to you. But whatever, that's something else. Neither here nor there.
She should have been. I think she was posting that video from the hospital. She should have been posting that shit from the police station.
Right.
That's the difference. That's dumb shit. So.
True.
See,
But at least you have that documented though. That's still doing something because you have that documentation. If you're not gonna do anything about it, but you have to understand, like when you're young, that's not something that like you're looking at it from the whole aspect of loyalty and you know like if you do that you're a snitch, or if you say something like maybe they'll do something worse for you. You don't know if that person's been through that plenty of times. Then it's something that you really fear. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if this guy's gonna wait for you. He knows what you do. He knows where you are at all times.
Post the shit on Instagram.
Maybe, I mean, she's young. We're not talking about a grown woman with like already matured and wise. But listen, this happens. No, let me say something. This happens behind closed doors. Social media allowed this to be put out there,
right,
and for people to see, oh shit, this happens more than I thought. Like people really think that this happens 1 in every 100 families, and this shit happens literally to like everyone.
And people,
everyone.
Put it out there and go through the process of making sure the motherfucker.
I feel you, but it's
right.
It's such a difficult. Like
I hate motherfuckers that put their hand on girls.
Right,
but
right.
I don't like the girls that are fucking show like she's showing the fucking video. Like, are you gonna do something about it?
But then still are you gonna get back with him?
Huh?
Or she gets back with him after doing all of that and posting all of that.
I hate that shit.
But like I said, you guys have to remember this is young people. These are kids that are misguided. People that maybe don't even tell their parents that this is happening to them. Who knows what type of relationships
in
they
the
have
same
with them.
token, before we go to break, I will have to say Emily B posted a picture and Fab was right under it with his little heart eyes. They were at Coachella together and we sat here for an hour fighting for Emily's rights. And going hard for battered women and people that don't deserve it. And now part of me wants to say, oh, they're a family, let me mind my business, that's Emily if she chooses to be with him. But that's also a cry for help. That's somebody who's not trying to get out of that situation.
She's a grown-ass woman though.
Right.
I sympathize with girls because you don't know no better. Like, I was in that situation. I've been in that situation where I was young, misguided, didn't really have anyone to talk to, and I allowed things to happen. And I never pressed charges either. Right. Because I was scared. I didn't know. I just wanted this person out of my life. I didn't want to continue to see this person in court. I didn't want to keep having to go back and forth every time and this person chasing me down, hounding me down. Like,
in between
this
court
was
dates.
Someone that would come down to my neighborhood and hang out with all of my friends, people that I grew up with. So I just did not want no parts of it. And then, like I said, you're young and you're misguided and you don't really know what you should do. You just know that everyone was going to look at you like you're crazy if you go to court and take this, the full length way.
See,
exactly.
And I would never say nothing when I was young because I always was like, no, I caused that, or I hooked off, or I said something that turned it that way, or I got a crazy mouth, so I was asking for it. Like, I just always justified it like, maybe it was my fault, or maybe I shouldn't have called him a faggot, or maybe. Right, exactly.
That's still gay to me.
Yeah, but
he hit you, but at the end of the day, a woman shouldn't hit a man either. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should just keep their hands to themselves, period.
Yeah, that's
a good
something.
Little choke, however.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We off that.
We're not saying it's all wrong. Just,
we off that. Choke me. Sometimes I need a good choke. I don't listen.
Talking our shit.
I know.
Talking our shit.
No, it's not. But
you can't go for what you just
talking about.
Listen.
In a sexual way.
In a sexual way.
Yes. But in all serious, it does make me. I do feel bad for Emily. Honestly, I genuinely do feel bad for Emily B because she's gonna put it in her head what a lot of girls do. This is my family. This is the father of my kids. But she has a beautiful daughter that at any moment could follow in her footsteps.
So, and that's crazy because people don't really think about that when they make certain decisions. Like, you really just think about yourself, how you feel, what's going on around you, what you can do, what you can work with. The last thing I think people really think of is, how is this gonna affect my kids? Like, if you have kids, how is this gonna make them look at the world now, or how is this gonna make them see other people, or even like, how are they gonna develop relationships if they see their parents either screaming at each other all day long saying nasty things, which is still a form of abuse,
and guys are guilty of doing that too, because there's guys who go through different girlfriends. I had a boyfriend that I was in his daughter's life for the first couple of years, and then after we broke up, he went on to like 3 different girlfriends. So she went from a mom to a mother figure to a girlfriend to a side piece to this one. So you don't know how that's going to go the other way around. We always talk about girls who bring their kids around different guys, but there are guys who bring their kids around a bunch of different girls. And then there's kids that see their parents cheating and that messes with them later. Like, I know kids that were like, my dad used to take me all the time to go cheat.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Or like I used to go with my dad and I knew he did this, and then it's like you're stuck in the middle because you love both. It's crazy.
And you always have to think about the kids first. We unfortunately, like, when you become a parent, I can't stress enough that like your life is done. My mom used to tell me that, like, when I found out I was gonna have a child, my mom is like, you no longer matter in this world right now. Like, you are no longer you're her. And everything that you do, from whatever you do career-wise, whatever you do, like whatever whatever you have your interest in, whatever hobbies, whatever habits, like everything is going to be around this little person right here.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, maybe as adults we get distracted with bills, deadlines, work, this, that, and the third, but we always have to come back because the main focus is the kids. Like the main focus is what they see and what they're looking at and what their view is.
I stopped smoking crack when my kid was born.
There it is.
I'm joking.
I'm like, damn, that is mad deep. And you shared it on our show. Finnesse and Chill, everyone.
And shout out to God Felt the Thought, man. You saved this man's life.
Yo, tag him.
No, but it's true though.
That's real shit right there. That's people don't look at it like that. It's not about you anymore. It's still about you because you
barely
have to do what you do to make sure this little life has a great life. So you gotta stop thinking about.
Oh my God. As much as I be like, I want kids, I'm gonna be the best mom ever. The day I get pregnant, I'm crying because I know that my selfish little life is not gonna be about me anymore. I'm gonna cry like, Mom, but I'm the baby, right?
No,
I can't, not no more.
Exactly, and that's gonna be a rude awakening for me. So we'll go into a quick commercial break. I want you guys to stay tuned into this commercial break because you know we always like to shout out our friends and family of 15 Minutes of Fame and Finnesse and Chill. And when we come back, I'll let you know what happened at RBE's Pearly Gates too.
We got lots to talk about, kids.
Lots to talk about. And I'm going to look up these couples. We're going to see what couples in Hollywood have older wives.
Welcome to TV World. Yeah, I go by DB Ho. Took a break from the trap just to upset haters. His niggas greater than me, but they got less paper. These niggas playing checkers. I'm a chess player. It's all about a checkmate. I can rest later. Sleep when I die. I just want my piece of the pie. That's your girl, she a freak in disguise. How I know? You know she let me skeet in the eye. When I was done, let her freak on the guy. She had a blast though. I be ballin' on these niggas like the Astros. And I'ma hit her and a president like Castro. Let me guess you heard about me from my past hoe. And that's exactly why I left her in the past though. Fast forward, I'm so fly, I pass orbit. It's mad awkward, they talk cakes up a half Norbit. I ain't really wanna do this, but they asked for it. If full up wanna buy a team, I got half on it. I don't tell them what they wanna hear, I say the truth. And you should listen very close to what I say to you. Focus on your riches, fuck them niggas and them bitches, cause the devil throw shit at you just to knock you off your pivot. Deep.
Drop a phone and cream soda, I'm original with this shit. Better fucking know it. Tell your bitch get out my DM, man. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie. I just met her at my show, she ate my dick up. I just popped his hand so my shit stick up. Caught a bourbon off the cunt, she got the hiccup. Might said bitch just called my phone and I ain't pick up. She keep calling, I ain't pick up. She just wanna top me in my pickup. Let's get down up in this baby, set the lick up. Just bust it open for him, we gon' kick up. I'm the richest in the south, so get your shit up. I just got a bag, so fuck a sit up. Groupie chick in my DM, I put that pick up. Them bitches that be thirsty don't get hit up. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie. She be all in my DM, she call me daddy. She go overboard with it, getting natty. But I love her, she be talking to me nasty. She got that body on her, she a baddie. But she ain't want me when I was fucked up in that caddy. When I was chewing on the perks and selling Bally. Now I'm shipping back in pounds that come from Cali. Better know I bought a cute truck, that's the Audi. I got your baby mama horny, she get freaky. She be all in my DM, she being sneaky. Emoji, 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 coming creepy. Hater activist and I ain't sleepy. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie. See you all in my DM, don't be a groupie. You ain't want me when I was fucked up in that hoopty. Please go tell your man, don't be a goofy. It ain't my fault that the bitch you chose a groupie.
Okay, I thought his videos played.
Yeah, it did just now.
Both of them went?
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah, so we're back. She's like, that was so fast.
Okay, so I did my research real quick. We'll save that for the end. Let's talk pearly gates and then we'll bring it back to this.
No.
Or you want to finish this?
Yeah, let's finish this whole plethora of fuckery that's going on.
Okay. So even though they broke up before, when J-Lo was with Casper, there was a 17-year difference. Even though, even though...
She's not with Casper no more.
No. And even though Nick Cannon and Mariah broke up, there was 10 years between them. Now I'm going to talk about those who are still together. Kris Jenner and her man, Corey Gamble. 25-year difference. That's bananas.
But see, okay, so we were just talking our shit on a commercial break while you were doing your research. We were just saying how I guess like it's different with men. I think it's a little different when you're that much older because you already have a certain outlook and you were raised different in a different time, in a different setting. So maybe you're expecting to be with a girl, if she's younger than you, you're expecting a housewife, a cook, a cleaner, someone that doesn't want to go nowhere, someone that's going to stay inside and like take your shoes off for you when you come home from work. Like there's certain expectations, maybe not all the way there, but there's certain expectations that they have. Now, women with men, do you think that there's any, I think it's probably easier to be older as a woman and have a younger man because you kind of like, there's, what could possibly go wrong in that?
Right.
You're not asking for anything. You want fun and you're going to get that. You're going to get that shit. So, you know, what could go wrong as vice versa with a girl and a guy? The guy might be too serious or he might never want to go out or he might never want to do something.
Right. Like if the guy is older, he might be like
over it,
more serious.
Like,
whereas
we want to go to Summer Jam and you want to go to the opera. Like I can't. I
like Summer Jam and opera. That's why I go on dates with 50-year-old men.
I can't do the opera. I can't.
I think that's genuinely my problem is that I'm somewhere in between both. That's why I'm like, but when I was younger, I was terrified of old men. Like it literally hit at age randomly and I just, like I started looking at people totally different.
I've always been terrified of old men.
Now I'm like.
Always. Like not that much, you know, real old men is what I'm talking about. The creepy men, the one that your parents used to hang around.
Right.
That you're like, you know, I'm a kid.
Yo,
don't look at
random
me like
as fuck. There was an old man on the train yesterday and I was staring at him because to me, I felt like I wanted to tell him like, old people don't hear you're handsome anymore. And this was old. Like, I wasn't being a creep like, yo, he's kind of hot. I was genuinely like,
How
this
old
is,
are we talking?
This is like somebody's grandpa old, like little old man, but he had his little slick back hair. He had his suit. And I just wanted to be like, sir, you are so handsome. Like, I felt like that would have made his entire day.
Aww.
And then I was like, why are you looking at this old man? Like, why are you like even wanting to?
You always look at old people though. That would be you. You'd be
That was
there
just
like,
so-
sorry, sir. Do you want to take my seat? Which you should do, by the way. Don't be a piece of shit on the train.
Right, I always give up my seat to old people.
Always. I hate when they don't do that.
That pisses me off. Like, if I see it, I'm already writing a post. Like,
Have
people-
train etiquette. I had this young guy, sit down with his little stupid fucking iPad, like going down the little thing. And then this old lady came in with little, viejita shoes, and she was just looking so. I know you can picture them with her little callus on her fucking. Anyway, so I felt really bad, and I'm looking at these guys drinking my coffee, and I'm looking at them to see who's gonna get up first, because I'm guessing someone has to get up out of all of these men sitting down. Not one of them.
This just I go off
their eye at all. I was like, really? I have to get up. I have to get up because you.
No, I do that. Yo, one time I got up and I looked around. I said, don't worry about it. I'll get up because him, and him, all trash. Nobody was raised with manners on this train. I got you. I'm quick to call somebody out on the train.
You have to. People are jerks sometimes.
No etiquette.
Disgusting.
Also, big age gap. Tina Turner, random as hell. After she left Ike, she stayed single for a while. Her husband is 16 years apart. So she went to somebody who was younger than her.
Wait a minute. Wasn't she messing with Ray J?
No, that is Whitney.
Oh,
that was
Whitney. See, okay, but there's another one.
That's a big age gap.
That was a huge difference.
But see, if you remember, let me tell you about the Whitney and Ray J escapade. A lot of
people didn't even know that they were together, and they definitely...
Top 5 beef in my life that I enjoyed watching was Fab versus Ray J. If you go on YouTube right now, you can find it. Ray J got on and he was talking mad shit about Fab, like, oh, I'm from the money team. This, and that. Fab went and did an interview and he was like mad calm, like, yo, he's smoking that Whitney. I don't know what's his wrong. Pray for Ray J. Like, he's coked out. Like, this. And that's when I realized Ray J was on that shit.
Aww.
Ray J was on that shit.
And listen, and can you blame him? He's hanging out with Whitney Houston at that point, right? They were both on some shit.
That's crazy.
Listen.
That's another topic I want to talk about. Maybe next week we'll do that. Like, what if you're with somebody and they have a different habit, or like a habit that's not normal to us? We're from a side of America where, like, the biggest things that goes on over here is people are potheads, or there's certain parts where people are into coke. But like, what if we move to Cali? What if I meet a guy, I'm thinking like he's totally cool, and then I find out he did meth like a good handful of times? Like,
I couldn't.
Exactly. Like, these are really
and don't
weird
get me
things.
wrong, I'm the type of person that I can't see someone suffering, or someone, whether it's an addiction, depression, some kind of craziness, but at the same time, I can't see myself taking someone serious like that. Like, this goes back to the young mentality, or I just feel like if you're addicted to something and you, like, there's no way that you're grown up in your mind. There's no way. Like, you're not taking responsibility for things. You're not doing anything. Like, you're not thinking right. You're not thinking maturely. You're not thinking like an adult that has to have his life together.
Right. You can't be Captain Save-A-Hole. Mm-hmm. Okay, last couple. Like I said, I found out, but the age difference between Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade is 10 years. That shows how old I am. Talking about some Dwayne Wayne. And Lisa Bonet and the beautiful Jason Momoa, they have a big gap too.
Jason Momoa. For those of you who don't know who that is, he's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who was he in that?
Oh, he was so hot. Anyway. Off topic.
Oh, I love that. I love both of them. Him and Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, she's hot.
So hot.
Really hot. Oh, Ashton and Demi was another couple.
Yep. And even though it didn't work out, but there was a big age difference. She was way older than him.
I feel like she definitely seasoned him. Like, see, this is when we talk about
and
people...
now he's with little mean.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that, because that's my bitch.
No, I love it. But how you cheat on Demi and you're this perfect person for her?
Because that's exactly my point. All right, so you know how
I've seasoned a lot of people.
Exactly.
You're welcome. I set them up.
You're welcome.
Here you go.
So, back to that. I really think that the same way you said, okay, someone could bring your stock down, someone could make you look whack. Example.
Been there.
Black China, like we said, with this little kid. If he dumps you, how could anyone take you serious if you got dumped by an 18, 19, 20-year-old, however old he is, year old kid that can't even like probably legally drink or buy himself a bottle of liquor if he wanted to? Like, how you look corny now. You look like, really, that's what you went to? That's what I mean. Guys are still gonna do it anyway,
right?
But no one's gonna take you serious. No one. I mean, there's gotta be. That's why you're dating who you're dating, because no one
takes you
of
seriously.
stature is gonna take you serious because of who you're fucking. Period.
And I've done it before. No shade. I'm not even trying to like throw shade because it's an ex and that's the past. But when you're in the situation, you don't realize how bad someone could make you look and how much they could bring you down. Mm-hmm. And how crazy you would look even talking to them. And I think that was just about any boyfriend I've ever had.
Yeah, seriously.
Any boyfriend I ever had.
But if you go back, like vice versa, say Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, she did that man so well.
She set him up to
because
be a husband.
It's fucking Demi Moore. She's fucking hot. She's a fucking like...
She's badass.
Yes, she's been on so many fucking classics. Like there's... You're winning. You're winning regardless of what people say. You're winning regardless of people say you're her little boy toy or her accessory or whatever people wanted to say about them back then. You're still winning. That's crazy to me. Like she seasoned him. She marinated that motherfucker. Like she seasoned him real quick.
She marinated that chicken, put him in the oven.
Exactly. She just put it away and forgot about it real quick. And that man was ready to start a whole family of his own.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But that's justifiable, I think, because that's justifiable because at the end of the day, him and Mila Kunis actually grew up together on the 70s show.
Right, so and they hated each other. That is so funny to me. They couldn't stand each other on the 70s show. If you ask her, she'll be like, I would never have guessed that we would have ended up together because I could not stand working with him. We fought every day. She said they both, like, she was in a relationship, he was in a relationship, and they were like, oh, you're so annoying.
How cute is that, though?
And then they're together.
Exactly.
I want that. I want to get, I don't know what I want to get with. Anyway, Pearly Gates. Let's talk about Pearly Gates, too, real quick while we got a few minutes before we get out of here. Mm-hmm. So
Tell me about it because I didn't even get to see you. I've been working this weekend. I haven't even had a break to talk to you. So let me know and fill us in.
Oh my god, it was so good. So good.
Tell me what I want to hear first.
What you want to hear first is Pat Stay versus Aver.
How was Babe dressed?
Oh my god, I got a picture. So Pat Stay was real regular. He had his little fitted jeans with his nice shirt, looking extra handsome. Pat Stay was looking very handsome.
I believe it.
And now I was talking to Verb right before Verb went up to battle, and Verb told me something that I had to keep to myself. Then, as usual, like half of this shit in my head I can't even say here. But then he exposed it today, so I will be bringing it up.
For those of you that didn't,
they had a very good battle. I'm going to show you a clip. There you go. That's what Pat Stay was wearing. What made me happy, honestly, because I'm into my positive tea and because I want everybody to feel comfortable everywhere. I've been to King of the Dot. I've went to a King of the Dot event. I've been the outsider and everybody treated me with respect. Everybody was cool. So I've always wondered when Pat Stay or someone comes out here, like, how are they gonna get Pat Stay's jokes? I want Pat Stay to battle Briz. So I think him battling Averb out here was a good way to see how people was going to react. Because remember, in Canada, they do more jokes than they would with anything else. The crowd loved Pat Stay. They loved Averb too. It was a very good back and forth. Mm-hmm. It was funny as hell. But this particular battle, ARP had judges at the end. So they announced the winner. So at the end, they announced that Pat Stay was the winner. Now, all week, the internet has been going crazy.
Say what you want to say.
The internet has been going crazy because it's been announced that Murder Mook is coming back. Someone had enough money to book Murder Mook. Because remember, that's been the issue, is that Murder Mook is trying to charge crazy amounts of dollars.
What's crazy?
Over 25,000 and up. And now I've heard different numbers where that's like way over 25,000. But I was under the impression that it was 25 and up. So I'm going to go there.
Bueno.
I'm not going to put specific numbers out there. Mm-hmm. So now my thing is, if you're going to book Mook for that, you know whoever he's battling is going to be like, oh, but I deserve that. But I want that. How are you going to give him that and not me that? So my wonder is, now you got Verb, somebody who's not, you know what I'm saying, going to stay shut. Somebody who knows their worth. Somebody who's in movies. So I would love to know how much they both got for this battle. Not to be nosy or not to count pockets, but because I want to make sure everybody, you know, is keeping that same energy all around the board. So anyway, Pat Stay leaked it when he battled Averb. He said, and I heard you got Mook next, this, and that. I had to commend the league owner, ARP. You haven't met him yet, because he kept a straight face. Me, if that was me, I would have been mad as hell.
You dropped some tea.
I would have like look. I'd have gave Pat the look like, bro, why did you say that? But you could not tell if he was telling the truth or not by the look on ARP's face. You didn't know if it was just a rumor or not. So I even watched social media all night. I'm watching social media. And I'm like, are people going to say it? Are they going to like continue to run with it? There was people saying no. Like it wasn't Verb he's talking about. It's not Verb. Verb went and posted today that him and Mook are battling. I don't know if he had the okay. Yeah, but
it's already out.
I mean, stuff like that is hard to keep under wraps, I guess. But there it is. Averb versus Murder Mook. That's what it's going to be. We still got to find out who Lux is battling, because I heard Lux is coming out. Who else? Daylight and Loso. Such a good battle. Such a good battle. To me, I'm going to say that is based on preference. They gave it to Loso. Okay. And I was very mad at the crowd's reaction when they gave it to Loso, because regardless whether you feel like Daylight took it, you have to commend Loso for going against Daylight. Like, everybody wants Loso on URL. So the big debacle is Loso needs to do a PG. Just because you're Loso, just because you do this, and that, doesn't mean you could go to URL. From what I've seen with Loso versus Daylight, I think that's enough to say that he should be able to go on a Born Legacy at that. I don't think Loso needs a PG. But I have asked that to, you know, URL staff, and they all say, like, everybody gets the same treatment, yada, yada, yada. I think that...
That's fair.
I think that everybody should have been hyped for Loso. The first round is definitely debatable. It's on your preference. They both went crazy out the gate. Second round, Daylight was definitely going crazy. They cut him off because he went over his time. Third round, Daylight cut himself short. And I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, Daylight is the type of person that would do that on purpose. Mm-hmm. Because he wants Loso to get that win. And to not like, oh, I got to do this so you could win, because Loso could win on his own. But I feel like Daylight is the type of person to be like, I got battles. I want you to have this battle.
Aww.
I just feel like that's the type of person Daylight is. And I'm happy that, you know, Loso got the look he wanted to. I got to shout out my girl Mariotti, Daylight's wife, because I know that she designed that jacket and his outfit. I keep hearing
that she's hot. So
hot. Right now she wasn't in town because she's pregnant. But
Aw.
she designs a lot of her own clothes and a lot of Day's clothes. And I was just looking at his outfit. I was like, I know my girl designed that. I'm gonna show you a picture. It was so good, yo.
Aw, I can't wait
So
to see
good.
it.
Show Off was not there. It was supposed to be Show Off and Jay Murda versus Suge and J400
Okay, wait.
Block.
So what happened with that? What's the tea on that? Because it was put on the flyers.
I got hot tea, and then I got tea that I could say on air. So
Okay, so you got live tea. You got live
so
tea.
the live tea is something happened with Show Off. I think
I'm
they
like, tell
put
me.
on. I know, and I'm like, bitch, I'll tell you I'm done. Allegedly, they put out a statement saying that something happened with Show Off. The battle wasn't gonna go on.
Okay.
So now what happened was when we went, they had Jay Murda battle B Magic.
Oh, so he did battle.
He did battle. Jay got to battle B Magic, which
Oh,
I think
that's cool.
is a good name. B Magic is definitely a good name for Jay Murda to have. But I wish there would have been a little more promotion. Like it literally was an on the spot surprise battle. Mind you, B Magic must be just as vegan as Verb because he looked extra healthy. He looked like he lost a lot of weight. He looked totally different. They're saying B Magic, and I'm like, where's B motherfucking Magic? I don't see him. Where's B Magic? And then he started rapping, and I was like,
Shout out to him then.
shout out to B Magic, man. B Magic and Verb looked very healthy. I'll say that. It wasn't like, oh my God, what happened to them? No, they look like two grown men that care about their health and wanted to lose some weight.
I mean, you should always try to look better, especially if you're in the limelight like that and people are constantly going to be,
Right.
you know, like judging you and talking shit about you and, oh, this one's fat, oh, you're gaining a little weight, oh, you look a little this. Like, you always got to be on top of yourself if you
Yes.
care about your appearance.
And the older we get, a lot of crazy stuff can happen. Then our boys, our buddies, our pals went head to head, Math and Ill Will.
Get
And
out.
that was
Shout out to them.
battle of the mother effing night. And let me tell you, everybody knows that Ill Will is known for his crazy rebuttals. Ill Will one time, he had a battle and Derrick Rose was laughing at his opponent, and Ill Will turned around and was like, "You laughing? I hope your leg never heals. Like I hope you never play again." Like his rebuttal game is crazy and he's disrespectful. Love me some Ill Will. So Ill Will was battling Math, and his rebuttal in the middle was like, "I know I'm solidified for life. But am I bugging, or is this the best Math fucking hoffa y'all ever seen in your life?" And he shook the building because it's true. Everybody, lately since Math came back, Math didn't have the same energy. He's playful because y'all have seen Math get angry. So Math came back with the, "I love everybody. This is my family. This is my home." And the new fans wasn't feeling it. So we got that hungry, ghetto, Jamaican speaking Math back. Ill Will tagged in a new Hami member, Blip or Blick. I remember I kept saying the Blicky, yeah, all weekend, but I believe it's Blip. He had his own battle too when I first got there, but they tagged him in and he was like talking, you know, I like that island shit. So overall, that was battle of the night. I didn't stay inside to see who they named as the winner. I'll ask Unc if he comes in. Do you remember who they announced as the winner with Ill Will and Math?
Math, he won everything.
Yeah?
He won Battle of the Night, him and Will.
Yeah.
Battle of the Night. He won Performance of the Night.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
and he won the battle.
Good shit.
Yep.
You must not watch 15 Minutes of Fame interviews, huh?
My
I haven't
boy,
got to
Matt.
catch up. You know, sometimes I go to interviews to see if my big ass walk by in the background. I was like, I was smoking right there. Let me see. Let me make sure they don't got me in the background. I was telling her about Loso and Daylight. Very good battle.
Very good battle. Could have been a lot better, though. Yeah.
I was excited. I was excited for the both of them.
Yeah, definitely a good battle, though.
So you guys, after hearing about all these battles, once I log off, you could go check out a lot of the interviews from Pearly Gates too, because Unc was out there always working.
Always working.
Always working. So
and also I think the VOD. I think you can still purchase the VOD.
Yeah, because Will was watching it earlier. Yeah, you could still purchase it if you want to watch it on pay-per-view, and you'll hear Mook being Mook, and get ready for that. So everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We do it next week. I have some sponsors and some business ventures that I'd like to shout out. So all of you guys who have emailed me your info and stuff that I promise I'm going to promote, I am going to promote it. Don't you worry. We're getting all of our stuff set up.
We're getting there.
We getting there. Make sure you guys are following our Instagram at Finnesse and Chill.
And our individual Instagram, Sitting X Pretty.
And mine is at the Duchess of Jersey. And you can follow Unc on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Give him a follow.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Finnesse Mondays.
Finnesse Mondays.
Chill Mondays on 15 Minutes of Fame.